Hello, welcome back. Welcome. Look upon my new setup. I have changed it. I have changed the layout for the enclosure. I felt as though we needed a little bit of an update with a new campaign, and I believe that the previous layout was a little more built. I sort of just duct taped it together for this, but it was more built for co-op Ironsworn. So I still have that layout saved, but I felt as though we needed a different kind of layout. I was watching some of my VODs, and it's like really hard to even see what it is that I'm doing. And I want to be able to have that saved. So I've changed it up. We have a bigger screen. I'm smaller and in the corner. You don't need to see me quite as much. I put my little microphone in there because I think it's cute. I like it. It's there. So yeah, I got the big old the enclosure at the top. The only reason that's so big is because of formatting the actual screen. There's no space further on top of that big screen, unfortunately, all the way up here. My screen ends just about there, except for URL crap that I've cut off. Anyway, under my little head, I can do the best I can. This pointer. Wait, is this? You can barely see this little fly, this little gnat on your screen. So this screen is my alternate, and I can actually swap between them. I can put Roll20 over to the side under my nose, and I can put the second screen here, so we can swap back and forth. Oh, I'm getting fancy. I've kept the My Fate dice roll area where it is, so I know that it'll be kind of doubling up here. You'll see it. You'll see it both on this screen and on this. I like it to be bigger, and if I'm ever over here for whatever reason and I'm rolling, no matter what screen I'm on, the rolls are visible, which I feel like is most important if I end up forgetting that I'm swapped or something like that, which will inevitably happen. But we're back! We're back! It's time for some Ironsworn. It's time to continue the story of Alan Richter. I'm into it. I'm ready. So, I don't know if I did a When I Get Back. No. So, yeah, I didn't actually do... This is an old When I Get Back. To start your journey of what's happened so far, mark moves, and continue the journey. I think maybe in... Did I do it in... my journal, perhaps? Did I leave some kind of note for myself? This was session 1, which I don't think I actually listed. Session 2, which I did a whole lot of, was in session 3, perhaps? Here we go. Yep. So I actually did leave myself a little note. Let's delete this when you get back, or let's clear it at the very least, because I'm gonna probably use this later. Stat meanings? Oh, where can I put that? Let's put that in extras. Boop, boop. Isn't it nice that you'll see my screen to hang out with me and get up close and actually see what the fuck I'm doing? Isn't it nice? Wonderful. So we actually, let's recap session 3. We did undertake a journey, check your gear, and resupply. I was just barely able to traverse the deep road. My load was weighing me down, so I left the pots and pans behind. It was enough for me to take a brisker pace, I believe is the word I was looking for here. A brisker pace. And we're gonna need a C there. We won't edit everything because I'll have to the whole time. We'll just write over. That was just annoying me. Anything is better than having to sleep down in the darkness. Who knows what could be waiting for me down there? I don't want to add to the rumors. Once I got out to the other side, I had just enough sunlight left in the day to make my way to Giant's Ravine. The illuminations are calming. A much better place to sleep at night, in my opinion. I looked to my pack, restrung my old hunting bow, and noticed that I was down a few rolls of arrows. I must have lost them in the deep road when I relieved the pack. Damn, 3 arrows should still be enough, and it was. I managed to get a small fawn, I managed to I managed to get a small fawn and or kill a small fawn and a few birds. No more arrows though. Hopefully Liestung will have the supplies and answers I need when I get there. Enough to be satisfied on the journey home. Lieben be willing. Lieben be willing, I will be home soon. I eat heartily and give thanks to the lords. I take to sleep, but always keep one eye open. Rest never truly comes to those who travel the sacred road. Alright, and I want to, so I did an undertake a journey and endure stress, recap the events of the Demon Crossing, detail the Demon Crossing. Glaive in locals make an icon? Oh, crossing glaive? The demon crossing? Oh, it was a glaive. Oh, yeah, and that wants me to make like an icon for the demon cross, or just for the glaive itself. It, as in me, the machine. Let's do it. Let's see if we can find an icon really quick. Let's get the glaive detailed, and then let's do this. So farmlands, hills. Is there just like a flat land? Ice, bridge, tundra. Desert, tablelands. That's like implying a plateau, of some kind. It's just like an opening, like a field. Town, mine, portal, farmland, so hills. Megalith's village, a grassland. This would be correct. Yeah, grassland. Makes sense. And we'll do these. So the way I'm going to stack these, because they don't actually have to be like perfect to it, I'm using these as like pinpoints of like like 3 ways through the road. Like I think every road is like going to be at the very least a troublesome journey, so there'll be 3 markers. And what I'm going to do is, just so that we're not repeating these, because I think that the way the Sacred Road works, it's not always just one singular path. It can go multiple ways. I think what we're going to do is, as I get more of these, we're going to kind of stack out. So we'll see these just go out in lines of like different possibilities, and then after I get like 4 or 5, I might just be able, like, my goal is to use these for like pre-made, already ready to go road markers for games, for like games I GM, and for it to be all fucking impressive when I describe the area. We'll see how well that works. It might, and I think it'll still be open for new random ones going whichever way. But I think that's interesting. So this is going to be it's just a glaive. I wanted to make an icon for it, so we'll just call it Demon's Crossing. Demon's Crossing. That's what I'm naming it. Fuck that place. This is terrible. So I honestly think it's more like, well, yeah, we don't have to really worry. If I get another one, because I will be rolling another location, we'll just put it here. I just think that this is a roll for the 3rd hike of the journey, regardless. So I don't have to be like, it's here. No, I don't. Like, I think maybe a little more, at least with the roads, they're going to be a little more abstract. Inside is going to be probably more exact to where it goes. So Demon's Crossing. Let's actually make a thing for that. The world. We are still in the Shattered Wastes, technically, even though we believe we're in Veiled Mountains. This is considered the Wastes. So yeah, we have plenty of situations here. So this is going to be Demon's Crossing. And the detail that we made for Demon's Crossing, I believe, it was a glade. It was exposed. An exposed glade. An exposed glade. This open field. I think this one's going to be from this one. I mean, I know the other ones are from like a narrative perspective, but this one I feel like it is an especially like a location personal to Alan, and so I think we need to write it from his perspective. This open glade is where I'll put that in parentheses so I know which NPC is referencing to. This open glade, a breath before the forests of the hinterlands, is where I, Alan, saw a most horrific scene. A demon crossing the sacred road. This place is open to both the wilderness and the wasteland. It is the only point. Yeah, I like this. It is the only point on this hike. It is the only point on the sacred road between Richter and Liestung where you can fully see the horizon of the wasteland. Looking out onto that forbidden place is enough to put chills down the spines of the strongest warriors. Okay. Demon Crossing. How about just Demon Crossing? I like that better than Demons. Demon Crossing, because it was just one demon. We don't know about too many more. So let's do that. Cool. Double checking my audio. We're good. Cool. Wouldn't have wanted to talk for 12 minutes and have nothing come of it. Alright, perfect. Anytime you hear that, that's my water. It's me getting a sip. So okay, cool. Let's detail the recap the events. All right. Well rested. Rested well enough. I woke to the morning's sunrise and took back to the road to Liestung. I would need to reach the citadel by high sun if I wish to keep good time. That's the plan. Hit it by noon. I made a choice at crossroads to pass by, to take the quicker path. Unfortunately, it took me straight to the site of my demons. It took me straight to where I saw the demon cross the road. An open glaive of some an open glaive a mile or two. The wasteland visible. The wasteland fully visible throughout the short sprint. Man, look at all these fucking, I can't spell worth a damn. It's a glade. I keep on saying glade. It's a glade. Straight, unfortunately, and then Liestung stays that way. Okay, cool. Did I spell glaive wrong in the other thing? I said glade. Ugh. Why didn't it glade? Oh no, it is a glade. I was saying glaive. I'm thinking weapons. I'm getting ready. I'm ready to fight. The wasteland fully visible throughout the short sprint. I thought it wouldn't be an issue for me. Something I could easily stomach. But the memories came rushing back. That horrible creature staring me down as it burned to ash. I'll never forget its terrible face. I stood there, I'm not sure for how long, but when I finally got back to my senses, I swallowed my fear and forced a step, then another. Swallowed? Swallowed. Okay, there we go. I stood there, not sure for how long, but when I finally got back to my senses, when I finally snapped to my senses, I swallowed my fear and forced a step, then another. There would be greater challenges ahead than simple memories. I needed to be sure that memory wouldn't be a reoccurring one. The point of my journey echoes true. Reoccurring. Thank you for spell check. Alright. As I push on. No comma there. The point of my journey echoes true as I push on. Okay. Perfect. Very, very good. And now we need a session 3 journal bit. Or session 4 journal bit. So let's get that. Let's do a duplicate. And we'll set that boy up. Ooh. Session 4. They were just, yeah, they were pretty simple. So just this. All right. Boom. We have our session 4 journal ready, and we are ready to step back in. So I think my setting scene, the first thing we see is, I think the last thing we left off on was him stepping to the road, like hitting that sort of dust, immediately, and I think we have to roll to. I know you're supposed to frame the fiction. You're supposed to start with fiction, roll, and then go. But like, I think the roll is going to dictate whether I'm running or whether we just start with me getting to the other side. Well, we kind of already dealt with this situation, so maybe we don't. Maybe we do just frame the fiction of me getting to the other side of the crossing. We already kind of faced the crossing. I think, with me stomaching. I already made the roll of if something bad was going to happen, if we were going to see it, and there wasn't. So, I don't think... I think... But it is still a little dramatic. I think we start with him... Like, last episode, we saw him just step not casually, but it's like a forced, regular walking, brisk pace. Or a little bit brisk, but regular walking pace, I think, onto the field. And I think we start the next scene with him just panting. We see him in the woods, and we see just sort of that genuine fear in his eyes just from making his way across this thing. From what he saw, it was that impactful. And I think we see him in the woods on the other side, like he is on the edge of the woods. The clearing is behind him, probably a good 10 feet, and we just see him and he looks a little bit sick. And I honestly just to bring home his humanity here, that he's a cool guy, but he's not fun. Like, and he's skilled, but he's not invincible. You know, I don't want to make a character that's like, oh, I'm badass just because he has like a deep voice. I think he just goes over to a bush and we just hear him and he just barfs, just because it was just that intense for him to have to relive walking across, and he vomits into a bush, and just we see him wipe his mouth and say, damn it, I didn't expect it to hit me like that. Whew. Oh, I'm a coward, aren't I? No, what I saw was not meant for human eyes. Oh, no. Oh, I don't want to write any stories about that. No. He's spitting into the brush a little bit as he makes his way deeper in, just wanting to get away from that place. Just the memories in general. Just the fact that in his peripherals is the wasteland that he can see beyond. Just this vast, horrible hive of ash, and just the earth ripped and torn. It's just the worst. Like, there's probably a reason people go to the longer path just to avoid this crossing. And he had probably taken it a few times thinking it wasn't anything, and now it's a different story. And I think we see him move closer to the brush. We get like a close shot of him sort of advancing. It's almost like seeing the character sort of fade forward in the scene. Like, we see him sitting there, he vomits, he spits, he says a couple words, and he fades forward, getting closer to the camera, and he pushes some of the leaves out of the way, and we get this sort of close-up shadowed look in his face of he's tired. This journey was, he's tired. He just had to go past something he didn't want to. And he's human. He's moving past this shit. And let's advance into our journey. Let's push into the woods and see if we can find the citadel. Where is this damn citadel? And we're on a progress track of 6. I could go for the finish, or I could be safe. I think he's going to be safe. He'll travel his way through. He wants to make it by noon. I specified it. Let me ask the Oracle if I need to do this right now, because will I make it there by noon if I don't go for... Basically, that's my question. Will I make it there on the time that he wants to make it? He's already kind of had to going through the worst part, his least favorite part of the of this path that is not in any way, the whole road is not his dealie. I need to go to moves. Do I need to make another roll, or will making another roll delay me? My question is, do I need to hit the finisher move to make it there at noon? I think it's I think it's likely that I need to hit the finisher move to make it by noon. I am kind of trying to rush the path a little bit, trying to get there quicker, because like every moment passed is a moment that my scroll could be getting more and more lost. People could be forgetting things and not seeing things. Like, I need to find this caravan. So I think it's likely that I need to make it. So let's see. No. Okay. Well, no means so yeah, it is deciding the odds of a yes and rolling the tape. So this is the odds of a yes. It was likely for a yes. So we actually can be careful. Okay, yeah, we can actually be careful and pace ourselves on this on the rest of our journey, and still make it there by noon. We have time. Yeah, I think we hear him just... No reason to push through the hinterlands and get myself lost. The road should guide me true. And he just following the road, keeping pace, not trying to push it. And let's continue the undertake a journey move. Let's do it. We're doing wit still. Why spirit or heart? I believe it's only wits. Yeah, it's roll plus wits. Interesting that there is a spirit or heart here for journey. I don't know if maybe journey has changed in like no, I think it would have updated on here or something. I think, I'm not sure. I don't have the newest version of Ironsworn. I have like a year-old version, so I'm not sure what maybe has been updated. I read mine out the books, so it's all good. Let's do wits. No modifier, no. A weak hit. That makes sense. So we are... Man, I did a lot of fiction to frame the beginning of this Undertake journey. I suffer 1 supply. What does that mean? Suffering a supply. Probably just eating food. Probably just eating the last of his rations. We see him sort of like he probably pulls out some of the meat. Not the last of his rations, but probably the last of the rations he had prepared for the road. His extra supply he has, I think, is obviously his gear, but also he probably still has food, a little bit of food from the hunt that he did. I think he pulls out the last of his like prepared rations. Says, "No time to build a fire. Just gonna have to eat this as it is. I'll have to cook this. Last of the provisions. Gonna have to pick up more in Liestung." And yeah, he just chews down on probably the last trail ration he had prepared for himself. That he can just sort of eat while he's along the road, and he expends those supplies as he makes his way. Because yeah, you reach a waypoint and mark progress. So, what is the waypoint that I reach? Which is interesting. Let's see what it is. I'm curious. Also mark progress. So we're marking 3 progress. 1, 2, 3. And we're reaching a waypoint before we reach Liestung. So this would be probably a waypoint that's fairly close to the Citadel. I'm interested to see what random rolls I'll get for the Citadel, because I kind of already have a good idea of what I think of Citadel Liestung, but I'm very curious what what it will give me. All right. So, oh man, no, don't get my music's getting creepy when I don't want it to. Just start over. Doesn't need to be creepy. Let's have it just be chill. We're doing some oracles here, so thinking of a, I don't think I'm gonna roll oracles here. I think I have an interesting idea. I don't know, it's not that interesting, but it's normal. It's what I would expect from this area. He would be making his way through the forest, and we would see some of the trees. We would notice, I think our camera sort of shifting forward would focus in on one of these, and we would be blurred in the background, an axe buried in a tree trunk that is cut about halfway down, and it's sort of buried at the top. And we would see these rows of axes, and they would become a little more prominent, just multiple axes, and they would be stone cut, not iron, but they'd be stone cut axes, sort of buried into the trees, and it would become more prominent until there would be at least one patch where there would be a ton of them. And I think Alan would pause for a moment as he looks around, and he would recognize this as a grave site to probably, I would say, a recent battle between not like terribly recent, but probably within the last like 50 years or so, 50 to 100 years, a monument to lives lost at Citadel Liestung in a war against probably the Wastelanders, probably the deserters. during one of the deserter wars, and he would pause for a moment and take a brief prayer to the lords, and we would hear him say their names: Richter, Liestung, Lieben, Enzian, Griesen, Weissen. Watch over these souls. They may find their way out of the enclosure to a promised land beyond. And he would just pause for a moment, say a prayer to the graveyard of woodsmen, the woodsman's graveyard, and I think that's what we will mark this place. I don't need to roll for that one. I think that makes sense to me. I believe graveyard should be an actual thing here, but I'm not sure. Cursed, not. It says cursed, but I kind of want to do a grave kind of thing. Let's do this because it's skulls. It won't actually be cursed, but I like the skull. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. Like, this would still be like a 30 point here. So this would be Woodsman grave site. Graveyard. Woodsman's graveyard. Okay, yeah. And we'll do a quick locale. I love writing these journeys out. They make them seem, so this is just a troublesome journey, and it immediately seems like something so much more, you know? And like nothing like crazy dramatic happened, but there's still so much depth to this. I am going like this is kind of a slow, I'm pacing this journey slow, and I think that's a mechanic of Ironsworn, is the more detail you put, the more you're zooming in. The less detail, the more you're zooming out. I could have had this be very brief, but I didn't want to. I'm interested in zooming in on this, and you'll probably see another journey on a road go briefly, and you go, well, why is this one brief? And it's probably because I'm rearing to go. I'm rearing to get to the thing, and Ed the player is not rearing to get to Liestung, but the character is. I want to get some gritty detail. I want to see parts of my world, and I want to flesh them out. So you're going to see me get detailed when I want to, and not when I don't. So this is going to be Woodsman's graveyard. Axes buried. Stone axes. Oh yeah. Large stone axes buried in trees, half cut down. In their stone is engraved the name of a warrior. In each stone blade is engraved the name of a warrior. A monument to a grave of lost souls in the deserter wars long ago. I'll just say a grave of lost souls to the deserter wars long ago. A monument to the soldiers who fought for Citadel Liestung. A patch of trees. Large stone axes buried in them. Hundreds of large, I'll say hundreds, the whole word. Hundreds of large stone axes buried in each. A patch of half cut. I'll just say cut down trees. I just want to like illustrate that they've been cut down like halfway, like not all the way to stump, but we'll just say cut down. A patch of cut down trees. Not to the stump, but in the center of the, oh god, what's it called? But in the center of the trunks. There we go. That works for me. Okay, Woodsman's Graveyard. I love it. Let's go for the finisher. Let's get to Citadel Liestung. So, we are 9 in. We're going to go for a conclusion. Yeah. Whew. Let's do it. You know, I never used Secured Advantage. I never did any of that. I have to remember to do that. I have to remember to use my moves to use Secure an Advantage during my journeys in the hopes of building momentum. He didn't. I wonder why. There's got to be a reason he never tried to. Well, you know. Maybe I can do it now. I was trying to go at a fast enough pace to make it by noon. To secure an advantage. This could be my true decider of if I make it there by noon. Regardless of how my finish the journey roll goes. Because that's what I wanted, was to make it there by noon. Let's actually do a secure advantage roll first to sort of... I think this move sort of will encompass... my pace in the journey. And I know that it's like, but Ed, the reach your destination should be doing that. I think the reach the destination is going to just confirm that I get there without a problem. The secured advantage will be if I made it there by noon. So actually, there might be some, it might be better to do the reach the destination first and then the secure the advantage after. Because on a miss, I hopelessly astray and my objective is lost. So that would be pretty bad, which I have had happen before on a 9. So let's conclude first and then see if we can secure the advantage of getting there at noon, of rushing our way there, of taking the road, the quicker roads, making our way through the deep road valley at a brisk pace, losing a part of our pack behind it, only resting for 1 day when some people would rest for 2. I've pushed myself, so I think a secure advantage after this makes sense. So let's first do the conclusion. A strong hit. I almost wasn't. Do you see that that's an 8 and a 7? Do you see how I could have gotten completely just screwed? Well, I didn't. We're good. So let's see what that means. On a strong hit, the situation at your destination favors you. Choose one. Make another move now, not a progress move, and add +1. Or take +1 momentum. I think I'm going to do this, well, maybe I can't do the secured advantage. Maybe, the situation of the destination does favor me. Maybe I am trying to stretch the capabilities of secured advantage. Trying to, use it extra, because this would just tell me I did make it there at noon. The situation favors me. I can choose one, make another move now, and add +1. Or take the momentum. I think when we get there, I'm going to be sojourning. I'm going to stretch it. I'm going to go for the secure advantage. You assess the situation, make preparations, attempt to gain leverage. I attempted to gain leverage by getting here by noon. I'll have this be my +1 roll, I think. So I'm kind of combining the two, just putting them two together. And because I do want to make another move right now, and that move is, did I get here at the time I wanted to get here at noon? And the reason for Alan wanting to get here at noon is because it's when the most people are going to be in the Citadel, most people are going to be active, and most people are going to be moving around, and he can hopefully get the most information he can from people passing through and seeing what's going on. So let's get these rolls out of the way. So we got the strong hit on reaching Citadel Liestung. Oh, I love that it writes it down in here, that it has it sort of locked in. That's perfect. And we can secure an advantage with off that move, which is to have gotten here in time, and see if we can just boost up our momentum. Does gather information work really well off of a journey? Let me just see. If you act within the community or ask questions of a person whom you share. Okay, yeah, no, I thought maybe one of them was like, oh, if you do this right after a reach your destination move, you're a fucking god. Okay, let's. So we needed to roll. So we're rolling secure an advantage, and we were trying to go quickly. So we're rolling edge for sure. We were trying to be quick about our journey. So we're definitely rolling edge, even though I super do not want to be doing that because edge is a low roll. But we do have a bonus to it. So edge. And I get a 1. Essence? Wait a minute. Essence. The hell is an essence? Alright, we're going to do a possible fake roll here. So this roll is not going to count. I just need to know what the hell essence is. Okay, I don't know what that is. It must be something new. I'll figure it out later. Okay. 1 input value. This is now a true roll. This is the true roll. I just didn't know if it was going to give me that or if it was a broken link or something. Alright. Here we go. What? Hello? It didn't give me anything. Let's try and roll again. Okay. We're doing edge, no essence, modifier 1. Really? What's going on there? Yeah, I want to secure an advantage. Let's do edge, 1 essence, I guess, and then 1 modifier and see if that pops out. Huh. Alright, I'm going to do a quick test. I'm going to do a quick face danger. This is not a true roll. I'm going to type it in fake roll below. Okay, edge. Just sure. Something's wrong with the secure advantage roll here. Edge 0? What? Huh. Very weird. Well, in any case, we're going to... Just a sec. Anything with iron? Okay, what about 0? God stat? Whoa. God, whoa. Okay. What in the hell? I feel like this got, like, broken. Essence 0, modifier 0, nothing happens. Weird. Yeah, feels like... So this is so weird. You can roll the God stat, and then... Did that go through as a secure advantage? So weird, dude. Alright. Yeah, I'm not sure. Alright, well... It's really weird. Alright, real roll face danger as secure an advantage. That's a bummer that that's like broken. I'm not sure why, or if I'm just doing it wrong or not thinking. I might have to look it up later, but let's just do a face danger roll. And go edge and 1 to the modifier, and this is the official roll. Here we go. Okay, we got a weak hit. So it's a weak hit with, and yeah, nothing should be edited, with secure advantage. That would be your advantage is short-lived, take +1 momentum. Okay. So it's short-lived. I think he gets there at noon, but it's like, it's yeah, he's just there at like the end of like the market rush, or I don't even know if it's a market rush or what it is or why 100% the people are like the most active at that. I think it is just like everybody up and about. And I think he just gets here as the sun is ending its sort of highest point in the sky when people are probably the most busy, which actually would make more sense for Citadel Richter to be that way, but because that's when that's the only time the light hits it, but we'll just say maybe because he's from Citadel Richter, he feels as though noon is the best time to arrive anywhere. Is when people are going to be the most active, which just ends up being true, I think, for the time people are sleeping and waking up and what's going on. That is the busiest hour. So he will make it to Citadel Liestung, and I think we need to get into the description of what Citadel Liestung is and like what it looks like. So let's bust it out. This wouldn't be Shattered Waste. This would be Hinterlands. We are in Hinterlands here. Woodsman's Graveyard would technically also be a. It's on this road, so I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it there. But we're in Citadel Liestung, or should I put it here? Just to be, I'm kind of into putting it here, versus it being just a road feature, because I'm into putting Woodsman's Graveyard here. Let's change Woodsman's Graveyard over. No. Locale. Yes. Give me this one. Give me this one. Let's build up some locale in some other places. Load. Why isn't it loading? I think I need to I maybe need to refresh my my Roll20 really quick. Kind of starting to feel that. Let me see if maybe there it goes. We're good. All right. Of course it goes bold. Got it. Okay. Alrighty, and then I'm gonna actually make this a little bit tinier. Oop. Woodsman's Graveyard. Probably just the halfway point right there and there. Okay, cool. Citadel Liestung. It's time to discover what the hell you look like. We have descriptor. So we know the resource is wood. All right, let's toss down some stuff going on immediately. And I kind of want to attempt to sojourn too when we get in and about this. I think I think he'd gather information honestly before he'd sojourn. He might not even. I feel like gather information off of a sojourn. We'll see. Let's get this done. I want to know what Citadel Liestung is like. I'm very curious. Let's go into the oracles. I have an idea in my head, but I want to see how the oracles do. So we know the region, the location. I don't know if these are going to work out okay. So we know the region and the location effectively. Let's just roll it to see what we get. See if it inspires anything. A ridge. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. See, this shit does stuff. Oh, okay, that is actually really cool. Okay, a ridge. I like that. I like the idea of it being like a weather top from Lord of the Rings weather top situation, but it's bigger. Much bigger. But I like the idea of the weather top, the ridge situation. Let's get some descriptors of this place. I think we deserve 3 for this bad boy. Strange. Ruined. The ruined doesn't apply. I'm going to axe the ruined. For sure. Protected makes absolute sense. Strange, protected. The ruin doesn't apply because the only one to have gotten ruined, I already wrote it in. That is for Citadel Richter. Has some ruin to it. Strange, protected. This is starting to fit with my idea. Broken. It fits. It actually fits. It's not not broken in the way that you would think. Not broken in the way that you would think, but the way that it's built. And this comes from an idea I already had for Citadel Liestung, which is a very interesting citadel in itself. So that's it. So yeah. Let's get the location is a ridge. Descriptors is we have strange, protected, broken. Okay, so what these mean. So first and foremost, strange, protected, and broken almost all play into each other very well. Citadel Liestung is almost a full hexagon, classic citadel look to it, but on its walls facing the wilderness, there isn't a wall. It's literally like a shield facing. It's more like a. So if I was to draw it with a very large thing, these are its walls. So I know this is a very crude, like that, but there is no wall. So it's like a top-down view. There is no wall out here. So if it was effectively, if I rotated it correctly to be facing, it would be like this, and it would, the back wall is not there, and not there for a purpose to its design. You can see in the way that the wall is built, the way that it was originally structured and pulled from the earth by the seven lords, or the six lords. Sorry, whew, man, the seventh on there. Don't need any more. Thank you. By the six lords, it is built to have that be open, and I think the way it looks on the inside is it's sort of tier. Looks like steps. So when you're looking inside of it. Let me get the freehand. So now we're kind of looking at it from sort of blank canvas. So we were looking at straight on. So the walls themselves would kind of look like they would kind of crumble up. So this is straight on view. Sorry, I can't erase that a little bit there, but let's just start over. Boop boop. Or we can just delete that one line. That works. I wish there was an eraser tool. There's not. So if we were looking straight on, right? These are the walls of Citadel Liestung. If we were looking at it straight on, I think it would have a tier system almost, going further back, that we would see houses built on. So here's the other side of the wall back here. Sorry, my drawing's a little crude. This is a 3 dimensions. If you're looking back at it, so this would be where all your houses would be on these different tiers, all these buildings. But it would be much more epic and on a grander scale. So I'm just imagining these steps that build up into Citadel Liestung, and it would actually overhang like a beacon tower. So here's a side view of the whole thing. Wasteland is out this way, but it would kind of overhang a little bit. If I could just just forget this line here. This would be trees and shit from the hinterlands. This would be trees and shit, and we would sort of see it. This would probably crumble down a little bit. We would see it. This would be effectively the citadel. So big, tall towers, hexagon shape. And it would be effectively weathertop in it, but much, much, much larger scale. This thing has to be a full citadel, full, little city. to be able to house like 10,000 people. So, and then it would have those steps that would kind of carry on. So if we went from like a side view still looking at it, I know I'm going a lot into the description, but I need it for my own thing. Let's go like a regular. So side view, these would be like the if we were to like look inside of the walls, it would be like these different steps, like going up and in each tier having buildings on top of itself. God, that's fucking cool. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, okay. So yeah, we see him making his way to the road, and we do have to do a quick a description of Citadel Liestung. But we would see this sort of open up as he makes it through the woods, and he starts passing people. I don't think we would see the immediate like turn the way. There's all these people are here. We would see him coming in on the road, people passing him, moving their way out along the sacred road for a short period before taking a road deeper into the wilderness to get to the woodcutting camps. We would see a lot of the traffic here being the woodcutting camp traffic, and people either coming in from one of the outer like woodcutting villages, encampments, outposts of Citadel Liestung. So what kind of like small encampments it's made out in the wilderness. So that would be sort of the back and forth, and we would see a little bit of traffic, definitely a lot more traffic the minute he sort of looks in. He'll turn and see the city, and there'll be a smile on his face as he sees it sort of up the ridge. You know, he'd have to go further up to get to it itself, but he sees the glory of Citadel Liestung. You know, with the way I did that illustration, a feature of Citadel Liestung is going to be a little more interesting. It's going to be curious. I'm not sure how that will work. It might be okay. So Citadel Liestung is the only citadel that has a gate facing out, and that is because of the Lord's Crusade, and because that's the gate they go through when they go on a campaign. There's a lot of lore behind that. But it being on a ridge makes that kind of complicated. So I wonder if there's like a Helm's Deep bridge going down from City. There's totally a Helm's Deep bridge, dude. 100%. So that same sort of drawing with it on the ridge, there's 100%. This is still side view. A fucking bridge that was made by is a part of the Citadel, effectively, that goes out and into the wastelands. So like all the hinterlands are down here, and it goes right over them, and then here's the fucking wasteland. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, this is way cool. Oh, sorry, I get geeked out sometimes by the shit that comes out of this game. All right. Okay, cool. Citadel Liestung. Source. A pillar of power in the hinterlands. The pillar of power in the hinterlands. The citadel sits atop a great ridge overlooking the majestic beauty of the vast hinterlands below. Great pines reach up towards it, as though they were praising the fortress's great pines reach up towards it as if they were praising its greatness. No, I already said great. Strength. I like that. As if they were praising Liestung's very strength. Great pines reach up towards the fortress as though they were praising Liestung's very strength. Okay. By protected, I think that's just the walls. Yeah. Liestung, let's say citadel. Liestung, this citadel. This citadel boasts the highest walls, the thickest and highest walls, to protect itself, and serves as a beacon of protection against the wastes. But much as the shield protects the front, the back is exposed. Seen as a symbol of Liestung's trust. Seen as a symbol of Liestung's trust. The back wall facing the wilderness is vacant. How do I spell vacant? There we go. Some believe this is a message from Liestung to one day reunite the deserters of the waste with the rest of civilization. There is no reason to raise a shield to your brothers and sisters. Ooh, that's good. That's good. Okay. Looking up from the ridge, you can see inside this beautiful city. Its great steps holding the homes, businesses, and hope of a great people. Okay. If there's no reason to raise a shield to your brothers and sisters, looking up from the ridge, you can see inside this beautiful city. Its great steps holding the homes, businesses, and home of a great people. I keep saying great again. Of a strong people. And strange is just, I think, probably just all of it. The fact that it has a wall that is missing, that it has a door to the outside. I think that all encompasses the strange. So it's like it's protected, but then like, is it? And then like, but you know, what's the meaning of that? What's the meaning of strength, of willpower, kind of thing? Of is it strong to not raise your shield to your brother? Is that a strength? Is that it's this? I think it almost symbolizes the strength of body and the strength of will, the strength to trust behind you, and the strength to shield in front, or to protect in front. I like that idea. Citadel Liestung holds the only gate leading to the wasteland. It is the passage that the great campaigns of the Lord's Crusade pass through before making their way to doom. I don't know. I call it to doom. It is the last passage. It is the last passage of the great campaigns of the Lord's Crusade. Traverse before reaching the wastes. Okay. I think that's everything for Citadel Liestung. I think that's the whole kit and caboodle. We're like an hour over, but I think we're going to end there with or not an hour over, we're 5 minutes over. We're gonna end there with our boy Alan looking up at the city, at the Citadel on the ridge. The Citadel on the ridge. Oh, I love that. Let's go type that in. The Citadel on the ridge. A pillar of power in the hinterlands. I was supposed to say the pillar of power. Okay. Fuck yeah. I love it. I love it. Did I mention it's great wood structures? Holding... I'll say the wooden stone homes, businesses, and hope. Okay, cool. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. All right, that is Citadel Liestung. We're going to be ending this session there, and we're going to probably write our journal when we get back of this thing. And we'll just we'll save this. Let's just do a when we get back. List the moves made in session 4, starting with what did we start with this session? So that would be starting with undertake a journey, and that should be 6 to 9 week hit, and then we'll bold this so that I know which one it is. Okay, cool. Write in journal what happened, and that'll be our recap. Very cool. I like the idea of doing the journal when we get back, and doing a journal at the beginning of a session to recap and get us stepping back into where we were. Okay, very, very good. That is going to be everything for this evening. I didn't get to do the swap because I wasn't looking for any rules or anything, but very, very excited about having the new layout in here. And hell yeah, I'll see you guys for the next one where we pick up with Alan getting into Citadel Liestung and definitely doing a sojourn and gather info when I return. Just gotta write that in as one more. All right, I will see you for the next one. Take care. Bye.